So, I have been playing 3 games, maybe 4. The whole year, more than that. But we're here to talk about this massive competition between all these huge games with all their huge success and their huge, massive audiences. This is Muten Gaming. Let me speak for a second on the subject of Game of the Year. You got Palworld. Palworld went fucking crazy. You got Helldivers 2. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And then Dragons Dogma 2. And then Stellar Blade. Now, what's crazy is all these games came out in the beginning of the year. Or the first half of the year. And they're all very different. One's an online multiplayer. The other's not even early release, which is Palworld. And to compare them is you have to really do a lot of mental gymnastics. So watch me land this shit. So really, Palworld was a surprise, as was Helldivers. And the millions of people bought the games. Millions of people played the games. Recently, Helldivers got into some shit because they were telling Steam players you got to make a PSN account over the weekend. And by the Monday, they said, nah, never mind. Because the community is really passionate about democracy over there on the Helldiver universe. Palworld had its controversy because if you don't know what it is, it's a survival game on top of a Pokemon game, on top of a shooter, like a Fortnite style. And it resonated with a lot of people around the world. But it's not really about that. It's about how good the game is. And I guess that's not all it's about, I should say. That's not all it's about. Meanwhile, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out. Massive game. Massive gameplay mechanics. Massive map. Massive story. And when you play it, you realize that this game is going to take you 100 hours to play. If it doesn't, you missed out on at least 40 or 50% of the game. And it looks beautiful. People trying to say it looks like a PS3 game. It doesn't. It looks beautiful. The game looks really good. Like, people need to shut up. They probably too young for the PS3 era. They don't even remember what the fuck it looked like. They was a little baby. But the variety in the game is probably, honestly, it's one of the most packed games that I've played in a while. And it does a good job of giving you something new. Every 3 hours, there's some new shit to do. There's all type of shit to do in the fucking game. And it's just one of many. I don't remember a year where we had this many RPGs this big come out in the first 6 months. 5 months? Right after that, they gave you a little break. But right then, that little break was like maybe 2.5 weeks. Then Dragon Dogma 2 comes out. Dragon Dogma 2 is such a unique experience. I would have to literally go and make a whole nother video to really tell you how unique it is. But because of that uniqueness, it really is one of the front runners It makes it extremely difficult to figure out which game is really the most deserving of game of the year, because it's a title that it's very fleeting. It's very elusive. There's not a lot of reasons behind why you get it other than just a feeling, you know what I mean? It's like Boulder Gates or Zelda, right? Boulder Gates. But, you know, why? Just play it. You gotta play the games. Now, Dragons Dogma 2 Open World is really well designed, because you have these narrow paths and you can't fast travel, or it's very expensive to fast travel in the game, and your health doesn't get replenished by just potions or some healing spell. No, you have to camp. And you feel like you're in the Lord of the Rings for real, man. And it has this very unique hack and slashy type shit. Crazy shit is always happening anytime you're out there dealing with the fucking world. You got griffins, dragons, giants, magic, sword, and shields. And it's dope. It's very unique. Especially how hard and hardcore it is. It don't tell you where to go. It don't tell you, where something is. And, like the way you get missions, there isn't like a exclamation mark above some NPC's head that you gotta talk to. Now, the next game, let's just be real. This is just the other games I just mentioned. They got hype. They got good gameplay. But I don't know if they have that viralness, that controversy. I mean, first off, Stellar Blade is not on this list because of the way the character looks. Alright? Let's just not even count that, right? This game was made by people who play fucking video games. This game difficulty is perfect. It ain't hard, it ain't easy. It ain't hack and slash, and it ain't very hard to counter and dodge and combo and whatnot. It has a lot of depth in its gameplay, and the story is dope. But at the same time, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth also has those things, and it looks good, and it's longer, and it has a bigger budget, so it has more mini games and shit like that, and game mechanics going on. Dragons Dogma, crazy game mechanics. You can miss missions. You gotta do shit at a certain time, and it's an experience that sets itself apart from the others. All these games do this. Helldivers. People literally think that the company set up the whole Steam drama where you had to make a PSN account, that they were actually being hijacked by the enemies in Helldivers. This isn't the corporate office has been compromised by the enemy. That's how passionate the motherfuckers are. And I'm like, yo, if Palworld drops some dope ass update in, October or September or November or some shit. Well, that changes the whole fucking topic. All of these games could have won Game of the Year in one of the years past. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not last year. I'm sorry. Most people be like, yo, just give it to Boulder Gates 3 again. Boulder Gates 3 should win Game of the Year again. It's still a game, and it's a year, and you can play it. It's Boulder Gates 3. But you can't do that. I don't know what the fuck else is coming out this year. But, you know, this has been a really crazy fucking year. I don't know how you even play these games. How do you have a job and a relationship with people and you have 400 hours of video games to play in your backlog? I don't know how you do it. But, who do you think is Game of the Year right now? I give it to Stellar Blade, bro. On the simple fact that it's unique and it's actually flawless. I don't know why. The game's fucking flawless, man. It looks good, plays good. No bloat, no fucking bull. It's nothing's frustrating. There's some frustrating shit about Palworld. I never played Helldivers, but I just can't put Helldivers up there because guess what? It's just a mode. Alright? You're playing a fucking mode. You're playing a co-op mode, bro. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're playing a co-op mode. A dope co-op mode, but it's just a co-op mode. You running that fucking loop, and that ain't shit to me. A loop ain't shit to me. A dope loop can't be Game of the Year. I am sorry. They gonna have to make another update or some shit. Dragons Dogma 2, it's just frustrating. Good lord. The game is frustrating. It has a lot of frustrating shit because you can't fast travel and you need the good things are also the bad things in a way, right? And dumb shit happens to your pawns. They just walk off cliffs. They do dumb shit. And Stellar Blade has none of that. Final Fantasy may be too fucking long and it's a remake, so you just lose points for being a remake. And I can't really think of anything else to say, but congratulations, Stellar Blade. Right now, you are leading the pack. And that pack is fire. I am Muten Gaming, and I have spoken.